Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Midnight Book Club. For those who are new here, I'm on a mission to read at least 24 books this year and share my thoughts, experiences, and reviews with you along the way. In January, I kicked things off with 3 books. Check out my previous video if you haven't already. And in February, I decided to switch things up by exploring 2 poetry collections. This month, I dove into Amanda Lovelace's Women Are Some Kind of Magic series. Sounds mystical, right? Well, stay tuned to find out. I started with The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, the second book in the series. I actually stumbled upon it while scrolling through Goodreads, and the title immediately caught my attention. There was something really powerful and defiant about it, and I knew I had to read it. The same evening, I picked it up and ended up devouring the whole thing. And then my curiosity led me to The Princess Saves Herself in this one to see where it all began. These books aren't connected to each other, so you can read them separately or in any order. And here are my first impressions and thoughts about The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one. I do want to give a trigger warning. The book touches on very heavy topics including child abuse, sexual assault, eating disorder, trauma, loss, and more. If any of these are sensitive topics to you, take your time and make sure you're in the right headspace before reading. This book is raw and paints a visceral picture of the struggles many women face in a patriarchal society. Despite the suffering, it delivers a powerful message of survival, strength, and reclaiming power like a battle cry for those who have ever felt silenced. The author also highlights the resilience of women and the progress made by past generations, which allow us to taste the fruits of their labor today. It's deeply emotional and easy to connect with, especially for those who have experienced these struggles. I hope you find strength in these pages. Now, here are a few things that didn't quite connect with me. While the book carries a powerful message, the poetry style may not be for everyone. It's also formatted in an unconventional way with short, fragmented lines, repetitions, and direct language. This style makes it feel almost like reading a young adult's unfiltered journal. It's raw, emotional, and deeply personal. Some readers may appreciate this unfiltered approach, while others might prefer a more traditional poetic structure. One thing I found myself wishing was for a broader perspective. Several times, the portrayal of men felt very one-sided, which could give the impression that feminism is about tearing others down rather than striving for true equality. Actually, let's clarify that. Feminism at its core is about creating a world where everyone, regardless of gender, has the right to live a respectful life free from discrimination, violence, and oppression. It's about lifting people up, not just fighting against injustice. It's about building a better, more inclusive future that allows people to achieve their full potential. If you're unsure whether this poetry collection is for you, I'd recommend browsing through the excerpts on Amazon or at your local library to get a feel for it. This poetry collection is about pain, power, and perseverance. It's not an easy read, but for those who relate to its themes, it can be deeply cathartic. I rated 3 out of 5 stars, mainly because it doesn't accurately represent feminism and its style and approach may not appeal to everyone. If you do decide to read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now let's talk about The Princess Saves Herself in this one. This poetry collection explores personal growth through 4 stages: the princess, the damsel, the queen, and you. Like the previous book, it also carries similar emotions and themes, delving into strained relationships, friendships, first love, betrayal, loss, and self-discovery. The underlying message is about showing up for yourself and embracing who you truly are. The poetry style is similar to the previous book, which is informal, raw, and emotionally charged. If I had read this in my late teens, I think it would have given me a sense of reassurance that I wasn't alone. But reading it now in my 30s, I felt somewhat disconnected, almost like time traveling and looking at my younger self trying to break free. I'd rate this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. While it captures intense emotions beautifully, it feels more like a coming-of-age collection rather than a general read. If you have read this book or both, let me know what you think. Which one did you prefer? With these 2 poetry books completed, that brings up my total to 5 books and only 19 more to go. I can't wait to share what I'm reading next, so stay tuned to find out. If you have any book recommendations, please drop them in the comments below. Until then, see you next time, and thank you so much for watching.